Welcome to Sidelines, stories from the Oklahoma Sports Heritage Museum in Guthrie, Oklahoma. This 11-episode series highlights some of the most interesting tales connected to this gem of a museum, celebrating the rich history of professional and collegiate athletics in Oklahoma. Coach, we're going to talk about three different Native American athletes from Oklahoma that kind of have some different special places in the history of sports here. Let's see, Gary Gray, Lindy Waters, Gene Connely. What do we need to know about those three guys?
Okay. The Native American athletes has kind of rose to the surface with Lindy Waters playing at OSU and then playing up at Enid and then making the Thunder team.
He has really put in the work when at all of those levels, working all his way up. It's pretty amazing.
It has been amazing with Lindy, and so I was aware of, and we had recognized Gary Gray. Lindy Waters, of course, is currently playing with the Thunder, and he's Kiowa, and played at OSU. Then he went up to play at Enid, and then he walked on with the Thunder and began to play with their blue team, and now he's made the regular team with the Thunder.
It's really fun to watch him get minutes now in like legit time for the Thunder. It's awesome.
We have a unique picture of him and Trey Young. You mentioned them before a minute, and Trey Young from Norman. Both of those guys played high school ball together. Now they're both in the NBA. And the Atlanta Hawks were coming to play the Thunder, and I knew a photographer that was probably going to go to the arena and shoot pictures that night, and I called him. I said, if it's possible, see if you can get a picture with both Trey and Lindy together. And we've got two fantastic pictures of those two guys playing opposite each other, and they are on display there at the museum. And the Thunder has given us a jersey of Lindy's also. There are only 3 Native Americans from Oklahoma that have made it to the NBA. That's kind of unusual, but again, it's one of those things that they had not pushed to become evidently a professional basketball player. Gary Gray is from Fort Cobb, played at OCU when Abe Lemons was there. And Gary Gray, he's Delaware, and he went on to play in the NBA with Cincinnati. He played there at the same time Oscar Robertson was there.
Cincinnati Royals?
Yeah. And he, after playing 3 or 4 years in the NBA, became an outstanding businessman, been very successful, really an outstanding man.
Side note, it's hard to believe that Cincinnati doesn't have an NBA team after all these years.
Yeah, they used to have one, but they don't now. Then the third one is Gene Connely. A lot of people, first of all, don't know he's from Oklahoma, and secondly, don't know that he's Native American. But he was from the Muskogee area, and he went to school there through junior high, and he was growing up during World War II. His dad was a mechanic or engineer for aircraft, and he got a job or was transferred to the Seattle area, and so they moved out of Oklahoma at the first of his high school career, and then he finished playing basketball. He's another one of those big ones, about 6'10", and played basketball in the Washington area, and then went to college up there. But again, he was Native American, and he played. Not only did he play basketball, but he played baseball. He was a baseball pitcher.
Just an incredible athlete playing so many sports. I was all-state in high school in baseball and basketball, state champion in high jump, did about everything.
And he's the only Oklahoman, and maybe, if not the only, one of the few athletes that played on a world champion team in baseball and basketball in the same year. He played with the Braves. When they won the World Series, he was a pitcher for the Braves, and he was also a player, post player for the Celtics. So he played with Boston and then the Braves, and they won 2 championships that year. We have his book there. We have some pictures of him. I've visited with him. Really a nice guy, and but one that's kind of been in the shadow for Oklahoma, but really a guy that should be recognized in Oklahoma, and then recognized not only as an outstanding athlete, but one of our Native American athletes too. So Gene Connely, Gary Gray, Lindy Waters are the 3 men that have played in the National Baseball Association.
And long before Michael Jordan tried to play baseball,
yes,
Gary Connely, like he was the original playing professional basketball and professional baseball.
That's true.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Come to the museum here in Guthrie, learn more about those 3 incredible Oklahoma athletes.
Something on all 3 of those guys.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, sir.